right, how you doing, YouTube? Silver Joker here. Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. Okay, so I get this question a lot in the comments of my videos where people are asking me, should they wait because the premiums are high, or should they go ahead and buy while premiums were high just to get that silver in their stack? Okay, so I'm going to attempt to answer that for you, but it's strictly my opinion. I want you to understand that. I can only tell you based on my personal understanding of what the value of silver is and how it benefits me and how it maybe can benefit you in the future. So keep that in mind. I'm no expert in any of this, so you have to make your own decisions. I just want to make that disclaimer real quick. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, and then I'm going to share some other things with you guys. So if you're interested in any of that, stick around. RJ, what you doing? Yeah, come over this way. Cheese, I'm not taking your picture. I'm filming you. It's a video. Say hi. Say hi. Hi. You're like, man, what is this dude doing? Go catch you some fish. Go get you some fish. No, not on that one, no.
Like, okay.
Yep. Be careful right there. That's the fishing line is right there. You caught up in it. Come and go fish on this side.
Put over this way.
Fish over there. Okay, that was my little nephew there. He's 4 years old. He was scaring up some fish. My brother brought him along with us up to the lake. We went up to the lake to do some fishing, and we had a wonderful time. It would have been hard to make that day any better than what it was, but it would have been nice if we'd have caught a few fish, but they just weren't biting. So I included that just to kind of remind you guys that there is joy, and that joy for me is with my family, spending time with my family. And it's kind of ironic that during this time when we have the urge to be closer together, we're encouraged to be further apart. So that's kind of a cruel irony. And, you deal with that in your way, but I deal with that by being with my family, going places and being outdoors, enjoying the good things, to remind myself why I fight and struggle and sacrifice to maintain a certain level of life. For times like this, for good times like this, for being out with my family like this. Okay, so let's get right into this. So the thing you got to keep in mind is the value of precious metals goes up when the demand goes up for it. Okay, and the demand goes up for precious metals when people are a little bit nervous about the economy, the fiat currency that they're based their livelihood on. When they're a little nervous about that, they want to put their money someplace a little safer. A lot of times that feeling of safety comes from, investing in precious metals. Okay, for us, it's silver. Okay, so should you continue to pay the high premiums for that silver? Well, you got to ask yourself this. What can you guarantee in the future as far as your finances go? Can you guarantee that dollar is going to be worth anything in the future? Can you guarantee that silver is going to be worth anything in the future? Okay, so if you are going to weigh the pros and cons of both, I believe that you'll come on the side of precious metals, of silver, because silver is always going to have value. It's always going to be worth something. So right now, yeah, the premiums are high, but it's not about the money that you're paying now. It's what the silver is going to do for you in the future. All right. If you can count on those dollars, if you think you can count on the fiat currency, then by all means continue to wait and hope that things get a little better and you can use your fiat currency to stack silver when prices go down a little bit. Or you can go ahead and say, you know what, I'm not going to take a chance that it's not going to be the way I hope it's going to be in the future, and go ahead and sacrifice, dig a little deeper, and go ahead and put this real money away. You guys know I am passionate about silver, so I am going to try to convince you, based on some of the information that I give you, to stack silver. And I think the time is getting shorter and shorter for the opportunity that you will have to invest in silver. Okay, so if you're still on the fence, if you're still not sure if stacking silver is the right thing for you, then I think you should ask yourself what your future is going to look like financially if the economy goes sideways. Okay, if the economy tanks. Now, I'm not predicting that, and I'm not going to, doom and gloom you with my channel, but I just want you to think about a few things, because, when people ask me, should they wait, my answer is going to be a question, and that question is going to be, what are you waiting for? If you're waiting for silver to go down where you can buy a little more, then what if that doesn't happen? And it wouldn't be better to buy silver now, as much as you can possibly afford, and then have it go down and then buy more? Or take the chance of silver not ever going back down to an affordable level for you, and then when the things go sideways, you just not being able to invest in it. So you're not going to lose if you buy silver now. You're not going to lose, because it's always going to have value. But you take a risk if you wait for a comfortable time. If you can afford to stack silver, then stack silver. If you can't, if finances are not at the point that permits you to the expense of stacking silver, which, if you really think about it, is not an expense. I mean, you have to look at it as an expense, but really all you're doing is taking that currency from a kind of shaky, iffy place and put it into a more secure place. So the money is not leaving you by you investing it in silver. It's just moving from one media to another, more secure, as far as I'm concerned. I just want to stress to you that time may be getting short. So if you're trying to decide, that you watch whatever videos you think, you do whatever research you think you need to do to make those decisions. But I would urge you, based on just what's going on around the world and in our economy, that time may not be your friend at this point. I mean, I believe that silver prices are just going to go up and up. Now, they may stable and plateau, but those $14 day silvers, $14 spot price for silver, I think those days are kind of in our rearview mirror right now. But again, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm only basing it on what I've seen in the past. So look at silver. If you think silver is going to have value in the future, and I'm not talking about how much value, but if you think it's going to have value in the future, then that is where you base your decision. If you think it's going to be, if you think the dollar is going to have a lot of value in the future, then maybe you can decide to wait. But what you don't want is you don't want to go down looking. I mean, at some point when that fastball is coming in, you're just going to have to just swing. I mean, sometimes you just got to just bite the bullet and go for it. I mean, you don't want to be stuck waiting and trying to decide what you're going to do one way or the other. I mean, the future is coming. I say that in every single video I post. The future is coming. It's going to happen to you. Are you going to be a passive observer of your future, or are you going to be an active participant? And I would urge you to be an active participant. And we all know that silver is going to have value. It's proved that in the last few weeks. It's proved that it has value, that it can be a benefit to anyone's portfolio. So just that alone should urge you to decide one way or the other. Okay, so I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take probably about 10 days. I want to do some things with my channel. And I want to put those things together, and it requires some of my time to do. But after those 10 days, I'm going to come back just as strong with more videos, more content, better things. And, we'll see where we go. We'll see what is going to happen. But don't stop doing what you're doing. If what you're doing is moving you forward, then continue to move forward, because that's all we can do. Let's keep this silver train rolling. Anyway, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching my videos. I know you can be doing anything else with your time instead of sitting in front of the computer watching me or listening to me. So I appreciate that. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. It really does help out my channel. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe and ring that bell. And you might consider sharing my video with those who you think can benefit from the commentary or just like silver videos. And I would appreciate that. Anyway, let's look out for each other, and realize that, we are a community of people. So let's look out for each other. And if you got to go outside, wear a mask. It is that important. Anyway, keep stacking. Peace.